Will you say, will you give a wrong answer? Will you just start recalling something and something weird kind of answer you give? What will you do? So generally, what I have seen as per my observation, most of the people get stuck here. What should I reply? I don't know the answer to this question. What should I reply? If I give a wrong answer, my marks will be deducted. If I give an unsatisfactory answer, that is also not done. And if I say I don't know, then that is also not done. And what should I do with that? It's very simple. Saying no is also a part of self-confidence. It's not necessarily that you should know all the answers. A human being can never be an encyclopedia. Impossible. If I am an interviewee, if I go for an interview, it's quite obvious that I must not know all the answers. They may ask anything to me, and some questions I missed up. What should I answer? I don't know the answer of this particular question. At that moment of time, what should we do? So saying no is also a part of confidence. How you are saying no. आप ना कैसे बोल रहे हैं, ये भी सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस का ही एक पार्ट है. नहीं, मुझे नहीं आता, ऐसे कहने से एरोगेंस आ जाएगा. तो ऐसे मोमेंट में क्या करना चाहिए? ऐसे मोमेंट में यही करना चाहिए. If you are stuck, you don't know the answer of that particular question, then you should say, I'm sorry, I'm unable to recall that at this moment of time. That's it. That means, what will the interviewer, the person who is taking your interview, what will he think? He will think, oh, this guy is knowing the answer, but somehow he is unable to recall it. But there should be confidence from within. Sorry, I am unable to recall this. That's it. Because this particular part, if you are unable to answer a question, that comes in that remaining 10%. In content, doesn't matter. What matters? 60% plus 30% you have to score that anyhow. 60% on self-confidence and 30% the presentation. So the way you will say no, the way you give a negative response, if there is a self-confidence in that negative response, if there is a self-confidence in saying no, if there is a self-confidence in the presentation, how you are saying no, you get the marks. So even if you don't know the answer, you are getting the full marks in that particular circumstance. So it's all about soft skills, and this is something that leads you to the door of success. Soft skills. So usually people think when they go for the interview, very first question which is asked, please introduce yourself. That is a very common question, and the very first question. I have seen, 99% of interviews, the first question is introduce yourself. Whether it is telephonic, whether it is face-to-face, whether it is video conferencing, anything, introduce yourself. So, and believe me guys, it really requires to have that respect for yourself when you are giving your introduction. If you have respect for yourself, if you love yourself, if you know yourself, then only your answer will be up to the mark. Otherwise, it will just like normal, common answers. Rata dialogue. Why ATG is my name is this, I am this, I have my education. No. Here comes the presentation skills. The very first question, please introduce yourself. Here you are presenting yourself. You are presenting about you, what you are actually, where do you belong to, what is your educational qualification, what have you done so far, who are your parents, what do they do, what are your hobbies, what are your other skills, what do you like, what you dislike, not dislike, sorry, what do you like. So here comes the presentation. You are presenting yourself. You are talking about yourself. In other words, you are talking about the best person you have ever seen in your life, about yourself. There is a practice, let me share with you. There is a very common practice. If you do that practice, if you practice it regularly, self-confidence that people look for here and there, how to get the self-confidence. It is not a capsule that is available in the market, and you go and purchase the capsule and just consume it, and the self-confidence comes automatically. It is not going to happen. It doesn't happen. You have to develop it. It is there. You have to develop it. You have to extract it from yourself. It is there inside you. You have to extract it from yourself. So there's a very simple practice that you can perform at your home anytime. When you get up in the morning, go in front of the mirror. When you get up in the morning, just go in front of the mirror and ask yourself, who is that person whom you are facing right at the moment? The answer would be you yourself. You are facing yourself. Of course, you are facing yourself when you are watching, when you are looking into a mirror. I mean, you are standing in front of a mirror. That means you're facing yourself, isn't it? So, actually, you are facing yourself. Yes, that's true. But you are facing the best person in this world. You are facing the best person in this world. And when you get up and you are meeting the best person on this earth, that means your day is going to be fantastic on that particular day. So if you do it every day, if you make it a regular habit, a regular practice, then the confidence, the self-confidence about you, you will start loving yourself. You will start respecting yourself. And the self-confidence will come from within. So make it a practice. Get up in the morning, go in front of the mirror, and just ask yourself, who is that man you are meeting with? And then answer yourself, you are meeting with the best person on this earth. Who is that man? Who is that person? It's you. Try to talk with yourself. Ask some questions to yourself. Hi, how are you? Are you fine? Oh, yes, I'm doing well. Look, answer. Oh, yes, I am. So this thing, yes, I am. Confidence. Almighty has created each and every individual, human being, beautifully. Every creature on this earth, including me, including you, are created by Almighty, and we all are beautiful. Yes, we are. And you need to make yourself believe that. So that is also a part of soft skill. How to respect yourself. People take very casually this introduction part, self-introduction part. Self-introduction में क्या है? अपने बारे में तो बताना है. हाँ, मेरा नाम ये है, ऐसे है, वैसे. It's not that easy. एक रेस्पेक्ट झलकना चाहिए. आप जब बात करें तो आपके अंदर से वो रेस्पेक्ट आना चाहिए. और ये होता है जब आप ऐसे बात करेंगे. When the person the people who are taking your interview, जब इस चीज को देखेंगे कि ये जो अपना इंट्रोडक्शन दे रहा है, इतना कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ दे रहा है. इतना कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ दे रहा है, मतलब ये आदमी अपने आप को कितना रेस्पेक्ट करता है. और जो खुद को इतना रेस्पेक्ट करता है वो दूसरों को बिल्कुल करे. और जिसके नजर में अपनी कोई अहमियत ही नहीं है, तो क्या आप दूसरे को रेस्पेक्ट करें? ऐसा नहीं है. So this introduction part is very important. How you introduce yourself. In every soft skill class, be it in Anudeep or be it in anywhere, you can see in YouTube also. A lot of videos are available, you can see in every soft skill class. This particular part, introduction, self-introduction, is covered at very first. Why? At very first, you are taught to give your formal and informal introduction. Why? Because that is the first question that is asked in an interview. In 99% of interviews, you will see that is the first question. They will not ask you about your subjects. They will not ask you about your what you know about the current affairs, what is happening. Well, they will ask, but later on. The first question will be introduce yourself. Tell us something about yourself. So, and one more thing happens when you are in an interview. I have come across many students every day. I come across many students. So this is a very common issue with the students. They always ask this. I have hesitation. How to deal with this hesitation? How to get rid of hesitation? एक डर है अंदर, इस डर को कैसे बाउंड करना है? डर लगता है. So why this fear? Why this fear comes? with गाना था ना, why this कोलावेरी डी, वैसा ही why this fear? क्यों ये डर क्यों? Why? So main reason behind this fear is some kind of stress. Either you have taken stress for the interview. Oh my God, tomorrow is my interview, and you didn't sleep properly last night. Just by thinking and thinking and thinking, you didn't sleep properly. There will be stress, or some other kind of stress, anything. So stress, anxiety. Let me share with you something. When we remain in any kind of stress, it becomes difficult to listen to anybody. When we are anxious, we are preoccupied with some kind of thoughts and we can't concentrate on any particular thing. Yes. Just because of stress, we are unable to think about any other thing. Suppose you are in stress, you are tired, and at that time, if somebody asks you something, you are knowing the answer, but you are unable to recall it, or you will not be. You are not willing to answer that time because you are feeling tired some other time. So, with more than 80% of students or the aspirants who go for an interview, who appear in an interview, this happens. They are they are preoccupied with some kind of stress, and that's the reason they can't concentrate. And one more thing, in an interview, this is also a very important part of soft skills, listening skills. So if you are in a stress, you are unable to listen to the question that has been asked you. Suppose the interviewer has asked you something and you are thinking something else, so you are unable to focus on that particular question because you are in stress. You are thinking something else. You are unable to focus. That's all. Your brain was thinking something else, and the person has asked you something. So at that moment of time, either you will say, "Please repeat the question. I beg your pardon." Like this kind of phrases you will use. That is also one good. So just because of stress, just because of kind of preoccupation, there is your mind is preoccupied with some kind of thought, you are unable to focus. Your listening skills get affected. You are unable to listen to it. I'm not saying hearing, I'm saying listening. There's a difference between hearing and listening. Hearing and listening. हिंदी में दोनों का मतलब सुनना होता है. Hear मतलब कि सुनना और listen मतलब कि सुनना. But क्या दोनों एक ही चीज है? नहीं. नहीं. So पहले तो ये जानिए कि hear और listen में difference क्या है. Soft skills का बहुत important part है. Communication skill का बहुत important part है listening skills. चार अलग-अलग parts हैं. Speaking, listening, writing. चार अलग-अलग part हैं. Speaking, listening, writing. और क्या? Anyway, हम listening की बात कर रहे हैं. तो ये जो listening skill, सबसे पहली बात की difference क्या है hear और listen. So when your mind is preoccupied with some other thought and the person has asked you, person has just shoot a question to you, you have heard it, but you didn't listen to it. Writing, reading, listening, speaking, 4 different parts of communication. So I'm talking about listening, most important part. Writing बाद में आएगा, speaking तो ठीक है listening, सुनना. और ये listening की वजह से ही बहुत लोग एलिमिनेट हो जाते हैं क्योंकि वो सुन नहीं पाते, ठीक से उन्होंने सुना नहीं, क्वेश्चन को ठीक से सुना ही नहीं और बिना सुने हुए आंसर कर दिया, तो गलत तो होना लाजमी. So what is the difference between hear and listen? Hearing means whatever the sounds, there are a lot of sounds all around. So whatever the sound your ear receives, the process is called hearing. Suppose I am sitting here, I am talking to you. So many sounds are there. यहाँ बाहर रोड है, रोड पे गाड़ियाँ जा रही हैं, गाड़ी के हॉर्न की आवाज आ रही है, फैन चल रहा है, फैन की आवाज आ रही है, और उधर कोई आया है, उसके कदमों की आहट आ रही है. तो बहुत सारे जो इतने सारे साउंड्स. So all these sounds my ear is receiving, and this process is called hear. आप वहां बैठे मेरी बातों को सुन रहे हैं. आप जहां बैठे हैं वहां भी बहुत तरह की आवाजें आ रही होंगी. हो सकता है आप भी कहीं ऐसी जगह बैठे हो जहाँ गाड़ियां चल रही हो, तो आपके जो कान में, आपके ईयर में वो गाड़ी के शोर की आवाज आ रही है, हॉर्न की आवाज आ रही है, और भी कुछ फैन चल रहा होगा उसकी आवाज आ रही है, और भी कुछ हो रहा होगा उसकी आवाज आ रही है. पर आप सुन क्या रहे हैं? क्या आप गाड़ी के हॉर्न की आवाज सुन रहे हैं? क्या आप कोई आया उधर से, किसी ने उधर से चिल्ला रहा है, क्या आप उसकी आवाज सुन रहे हैं? 2 लोग उधर बात कर रहे हैं, क्या आप उसकी आवाज सुन रहे हैं? आप यहाँ मेरी बात सुन रहे हैं. ये है लिसनिंग. तो जितनी भी साउंड, जो भी साउंड हमारा कान कैच करता है, रिसीव करता है, उसको हियरिंग कहा जाता है. और जिस साउंड पे हम फोकस करते हैं उसको लिसनिंग कहा जाता है. तो इंटरव्यू में इस चीज को खास याद रखिएगा, वहां आप हियरिंग नहीं करना, वहां लिसनिंग करना। एंड दिस लिसनिंग स्किल्स इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। और लिसनिंग आप तभी ठीक से कर सकते हैं जब आप इस तरह के स्ट्रेस में ना हो, जब आप कुछ और ना सोच रहे हो, आपका ब्रेन कुछ और नहीं सोच रहा है ना। अगर आपका ब्रेन फोकस्ड है किसी और बात में, तो आप उसकी बात को हियर करेंगे, लिसन नहीं कर पाएंगे, और आपको वहां लिसन करना है। आपने क्या कभी किसी कम्युनिकेशन क्लास में देखा है, लोग बोलते हैं 4 अलग अलग पार्ट्स हैं, क्या क्या पार्ट्स हैं? स्पीकिंग, राइटिंग, रीडिंग, लिसनिंग। क्यों हियरिंग क्यों नहीं है? स्पीकिंग, रीडिंग, राइटिंग, हियरिंग भी तो हो सकता है, लिसनिंग ही क्यों है? बिकॉज देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन लिसनिंग एंड हियरिंग। तो इस डिफरेंस को समझना होगा, यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द डिफरेंस। You have to listen to them, not to hear them. Listen to them. So, work on your listening skills, work on your self-confidence, and the exercise that I just a few moments back I discussed with you. Just when you get up in the morning, you go and stand in front of the mirror and just say, "Hi, I'm meeting the best person on this earth." इस प्रैक्टिस को डेवलप कीजिए, देखिए कॉन्फिडेंस कैसे आता है। बाकी सब आपके पास है। क्या है इंटरव्यू, क्या है क्वेश्चन, क्या आप नहीं जानते हैं आप कौन हैं? Don't you know who are you? What is your name? What is your father's name? What is your mother's name? What do they do? And what is their occupation? What is your hobby? What is your education qualification? Where do you belong to? क्या ये सारी बातें आप नहीं जानते? सब बातें जानते हैं, बस हेजिटेशन इस बात का है क्योंकि आपने कॉन्फिडेंस। और क्या सब्जेक्ट, ऑब्वियसली जब आप इंटरव्यू देने जा रहे हैं तो सब्जेक्ट को थोड़ा सा पढ़ के जाना चाहिए। तो ये सॉफ्ट स्किल्स की जो चीजें, हालांकि बहुत सारी चीजें हैं हमारे हाथ में, ज्यादा 1 घंटे का ही टाइम है, इसीलिए फिर किसी दिन बात करेंगे तो और भी अदर एस्पेक्ट्स हैं उसके बारे में बात करेंगे, अबाउट स्पीकिंग, अबाउट रीडिंग, अबाउट राइटिंग। टुडे just about listening, speaking। उसके बाद अगर कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट है दैट इज स्पीकिंग। लिसनिंग के बाद अगर समथिंग इंपॉर्टेंट दैट इज स्पीकिंग। हाउ डू यू स्पीक? डजंट मैटर व्हाट यू स्पीक, व्हाट मैटर्स हाउ यू स्पीक, दैट कम्स इन प्रेजेंटेशन। तो इसमें एक और चीज आपको बहुत ही ज्यादा प्रैक्टिस करनी चाहिए, वो है वॉइस मॉड्यूलेशन। वॉइस मॉड्यूलेशन अगर आपके बात में है, अगर आपके कॉन्वर्सेशन में है, तो आप जिससे बात करेंगे ना, उसको आपकी बातें बहुत अच्छी लगेगी। क्या रीजन है कि रेडियो जॉकी जब बोलता है हमें सुनने में बड़ा अच्छा लगता है। एक न्यूज रीडर जब न्यूज पढ़ता है और एक रेडियो जॉकी जब कुछ बोलता है, तो रेडियो जॉकी बहुत ज्यादा एंटरटेनिंग होता है। क्यों? बिकॉज द रेडियो जॉकी यूजेस अ पर्टिकुलर परफेक्ट वॉइस मॉड्यूलेशन। लेट मी गिव यू एन एग्जांपल। देयर इज अ सेंटेंस, she came with a red bag. She came with a red bag. अब इस सेंटेंस को अलग अलग तरह से वॉइस मॉड्यूलेशन करके हम लोग प्रैक्टिस करेंगे। आप कर सकते हैं घर में इसको। सबसे पहले जो फर्स्ट वर्ड है शी, उस पर स्ट्रेस डालेंगे। शी केम विद अ रेड बैग, नॉट एनीवन एल्स, शी। सेंटेंस का मतलब बदलता जाएगा, जैसे जैसे वॉइस मॉड्यूलेशन करेंगे वैसे वैसे सेंटेंस का मतलब बदलता जाएगा। शी केम विद अ रेड बैग, not anyone, not he, she came with a red bag. She came with a red bag. Now I'm giving stress on the word came. She came with a red bag. Came, didn't go, came. She came with a red bag. With a red bag. She came with a red bag. She came with a red bag. She came with a red bag. A red bag, not 2, not 3, 1. She came with a red bag. She came with a red bag, not green, not yellow, not blue. She came with a red bag, not umbrella, not rose bag. So this way वॉइस मॉड्यूलेशन, एक सेंटेंस के अलग अलग वर्ड पे जैसे जैसे स्ट्रेस डालेंगे वैसे वैसे वॉइस मॉड्यूलेट होगा और उस सेंटेंस का मतलब भी वैसे ही चेंज होता जाएगा। I have given you the example. She came with a red bag, not he, not anyone else. She came with a red bag, not go, not run, came. She came with a red bag. She came with a red bag, not two, not three, not four. She came with a red bag, not green, not yellow, not blue. She came with a red bag, not umbrella, not rose, not anything else. So these are a few techniques by using which you can practice your voice modulation. And these all come under soft skills. So if you are well prepared with your soft skill etiquettes, any interview, be it any interview, चुटकियों का खेल कुछ है ही नहीं, बस सॉफ्ट स्किल प्रैक्टिस की जरूरत है। आप ऑलरेडी ये सारी चीजें जानते हैं, बस निकालने बाहर निकालने की जरूरत है ना। So I believe you guys have enjoyed the session. Although I was waiting for questions, but unfortunately nobody asked anything. Anyway, some other time when we'll need to discuss the other aspects of soft skills. That is, today we have discussed about listening skills. Next time we might discuss speaking and writing and reading as well. So I hope you have liked this event today, and your responses will come accordingly. So whatever your responses are, how did you feel, how did you like, and what are the other things you would like to know from me or from anybody else or any other faculty from the question. Please write down your questions or something, whatever the queries you have. In Facebook page or in our Facebook page, you can ask. You can go to that page and you can ask the questions to us. So that's all for the day. Thank you very much. Have a good day.